Let me share you a story. So, one is a typical average student out there. One is the type of person who wants to do well academically but cannot do it because of one thing. One day, one accidentally stumbled upon the YouTube channel, and he felt so motivated to do well academically. Congrats, one! So he grabbed a pen and a paper and he wrote down his plan. He is so motivated because he knows that once this plan becomes a reality, his parents will be proud at him. His classmates would look at him admiringly, and maybe his crush would start to like him. With that thought in mind, Juan got so motivated. He said, "Yes, this day I will do this. I will nail this." A day after, Juan undejectedly do not want to leave to bed. "Oh, I remembered I have a goal, but I do not feel like doing it. Maybe tomorrow I will do it. Yes, maybe tomorrow." And so another day did come, and Juan did it again. He did not do the work. Instead, he gave those pathetic excuses until he felt so guilty that he did not do any action at all. Pedro looked at Juan, but instead looking at him disdainfully, he looked at Juan with compassion. "Come on, Juan, let me show you the right path." Let me share you my personal story. So, it was back when I was elementary. That's around more than 6 years ago, 6 to 10 years ago. Yeah. So, of course, since elementary, I was still a child, like 6 to 11 years old, because that's the range of elementary in my time. So, I was elementary back then, and I felt so motivated to become an honor student again, because back in those days, in grade 1, I was top 2. And when I was grade 2, I was top 6. Well, like, just imagine you're being top 2, and at the next year after that, you become top 6, and a year after that, I was removed from top 10. I was removed from honor student. So back in those days, grade 1 to grade 3, the grading system is only top 1 to top 10. And when I was grade 4, grade 5, I think, a new grading system was adopted. Like, if you have an average of 90 plus, you will become an honor student. So back in those days, when I was grade 3, I did not qualify to become an honor student. And because of my poor performance and my parents giving me a tablet and I becoming addicted to video games. Like, imagine, bro, when you come home, you're so excited to go home, not because to do that homework or to do that project, but because I know that my tablet at home is full charge and I will be playing Minecraft. So one time, like, you know that every quarter there are 4 quarters during the elementary, right? Like, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and there are recognitions. So back in those days, it's kinda humiliating for me because my parents, who expected me to become an honor student, actually got so disappointed. Oh. You hear that sound, like, it's actually our dog. Big. Wait, let me just pause this once, and I don't know. Yo, what's up? I'm back again. So let me continue the story. So Back in those days, I prioritized video games over my study for the first time in my life because I was very envious of my peers having a gadget and playing games, while back then I do not have a gadget. So in order to relieve, I think I think that my past self did that thing because he want to become like them, other student or other child who enjoy their life playing video games. So you know the recognition, right? That you'll be recognized and in front of class you'll be awarded. So back in those days, you know the feeling of like enviousness, that next quarter I will strive harder. I want to do this because I want that award. So the younger me felt so motivated just back when I was grade 3, grade 4, grade 5. Like bro, imagine 3.5 years not being in honor class, and your parents, the expectation of your peers, like you failed to meet them, and you will feel so down, like you feel so negative about it. So back in those days I was so motivated to do well, but I kept on not doing it. I kept on giving excuses because of my addiction to video games. So instead of taking action, I actually didn't. And the rest is history. Grade 3, not with honor. Grade 4, not. Grade 5, not. Grade 6, quarter 1 and quarter 2, not. It was only until the quarter 3 of the grade 6 that I became with honor. And from that, I tried to become consistent and strive to not repeat those same mistake again. That when I felt demotivated, I will just keep on persisting to study and strive to achieve that target scores in quiz, performance task. Because I know by the end of the day, it's not about being perfect at one subject then failing at the rest. It's about consistency to achieve higher grades even if your other student actually did not achieve it or actually overtake you. Like for example me, my skills on arts, when you ask me to compose an artwork, when you ask me to dumb, I guess I have an allergy. Just a while ago I just cough. So if you ask me to do an artwork, or to ask me to identify these musical notes, I would have difficulty exceeding your expectation because my capability there is really not good. Like you can say it's not my forte. And instead, the things that I focus on is more on speaking because I myself is so talkative. And writing, I have just an above average but not really exceptional because I know there's a lot of better writer than me. So my forte really is just talking, like this one. So back in those days, I am so grateful for those two, that if I did not met them, maybe I would not be here today. Like think about it in the avalanches or in a snow. First, at the very top, it's just start with a small rock, and as they progress, that ball becomes bigger and bigger, and that biggerness, and that intensity or that hugeness eventually become an overnight success. So the key idea that I want to share to you after all the story here is this: plans alone are inert and useless. Keep that in mind. Having plan, you see that written over there? That plan there, this is useless unless it is backed with power, which is the motivation and the action to do it. Always do your best for your future self. Mwah.